EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
What down? 180. 54 Mike. Watch one. Jack. One, later one. 618.
Carr now on first down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Go Chief. 694.
From the gun, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Express. 93.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
29. 29.
Again, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Manti Te'o marches in to sack him. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Right there. 54, right there. Right there. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Later one. Hey, Alpha. What's the ad? Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You must be...
Operating from the gun. Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, it made it pay off.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Express. It's out of time, guys. It's out of time. You're mine. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go. Smooth.
From the gun, Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it complete to Harris. 4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get... And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. 6-0 our score after 1.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. 5-9. 36.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check. Deuce right, Chief. Hey, Raider 2. Hey, Delta. Here we go.
To throw again, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw, it's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Carr completes it, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Throwing now is Carr, and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A.J. Klein. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The 40, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Partner, you've got a pretty good hoops background. You've seen those late-in-the-half plays designed to get them a last shot, give them momentum. I think this touchdown equates to that.
Absolutely, and then they can take the lead here into the lockers. Big-time play.
Yeah, and let's see what they design coming out for the second half as well. Oftentimes when you get that momentum late, you find a way to carry it through.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. This is caught by Gill. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
There he goes left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play. Shotgun now for Breeze. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Max Crosby getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 8 yards out, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, 75 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Hey, Haywood. 1, Raider 1.
Shotgun now for Carr. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Ted Ginn's going to go. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 78 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw his car. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check. Check 13. Check 13. Raider 1. Joker. Express. 618. Hey, Echo.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Switch gear. Right down. Watch it. 694.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, exit.
Now Carr again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Breeze to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees turning back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Carr now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
You can't block me. Deuce right, Chief. You can't block me. Check. Mike spot 4. 22 jet bomber. Express. Check tight. Move that down. 31.
They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
From the 31, Breeze, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Express. 447. 734. Hey, wahoo.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. To try again after the sack. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
We ain't giving them nothing to do. Hey, Raider 2. Bravo.
Again, it's Carr. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This one fielded at the 5.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 46 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Check hot route. Hot.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Easy, opposite. 50, 50. Hey, Charlie. You better bring it. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. You're good. Mike 4, ready. Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Come on, G. Where's that?
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here. In nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Lucky. Express. Kill. Hey, dude. Watch the twist. SOS. Yo, Chief.
Carr going to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. P.J. Williams with a pick, and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ready! 5'9". Yeah. Spawn! Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 61. Matchbox lights. 11.
Brees now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Opposite. You go tight.
Throwing on second and long. Brees. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now Brees on third down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So here we go on fourth down with Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
You ready? Check Mike 54. One, later one. 808. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check three. Check three. Check three.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, punk. Check. Who's right, Chief? Watch the safety creep. Check 43. Watch the ship. Express. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Kill.
To throw again. Carr. And this one's incomplete.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped.
36. Kill. Lie down. Tighten up. You're mine. Express. Watch out. Later, 9.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
We're good. 180. He's checking crap. Check 52.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Mike. Ready. Yellow waiting. Here we go. Alert 3.
A give to Kamara running right. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Kamara trying the right side. And he's got room. 20. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 48 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone, as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 78 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Operating from the gun, Carr, and that is caught for the 2 points. The fades are tough because you need a perfectly placed pass. They got one there.
That they did. Now, I used to have a former partner I worked with who hated the fade pass. Where do you stand on it?
I do not like it because you're going into a corner. You don't have any room. What do you think? You're the analyst.
I love it when they complete it. Then it's a hell of a call.
Yeah, well, that's not very gutsy.
Yeah, it really isn't.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground, Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
You ready? Like 50. You check. Kill. Hey, Alpha.
Breeze now to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run. It's Kamara. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the 1st quarter play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
95-56, 95-56, 59.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing now is Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Let's go. Ready. Yellow lady.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Kill.
On 2nd and 2, Breeze, his throw incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Breeze. Again has it complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
80 weapons. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Check. Buzz. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On first down, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The 30, past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
54, Mike. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Delta, 93. Pull it together. Back. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Shotgun now for Carr. And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And the Raiders have got him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. It's brought in by Harris. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 30 on 2nd down, Breeze looking long for Thomas. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Breeze now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
29. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, Mike 7.
54. Mike 6. Right. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, D-line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete.
Here we go.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
You draw quarters.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, Carr. And a throw right sideline is complete. That's good for 28 yards. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Go team, spell.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, Raider 2. Hey, Echo.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Easy. Kill. What's up?
Carr now on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, 53 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Hey, exit.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. Breeze now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Brings up second and goal.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for second and goal.
Check 24. Kill.
Kamara trying again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
Check hot route. 12. Sammy. Hey, seam 6.
Breeze to throw forward on 4th. And that is incomplete. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Carr now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Express. Hey, wahoo.
Bandit. Bandit.
Carr now to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Operating from the gun. Carr. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tahir Whitehead picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
0-2, bravo.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Hey, check. Check safety, check safety.
Who's right, Chief?
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Express. Raider 9. Hey, Charlie.
On play action, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 35-yard line.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And Bailey able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
No. Express. 1, Raider 1. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
On play action. Now Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic and get you scored on again.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 69 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, 734. Smooth. Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 75 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
29. You think 5. You think you're going to get this? Mike 40, my turn.
From the gun, Carr. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Let's go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Leave it, 48. Right 50, right 50. Hey, flicker. 25, check 25, check 25.
Cousins to throw it. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Hey, no, easy.
A first down throw for Cousins. Dancing to his left. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hey, Delta.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Check 15. Check 15. Black. Hey, flip it. Hey, high 7.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's caught. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of the one great...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
White. Check. 61, matchbox lights. Raider 2.
They'll run on first down. Richard. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, Richard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get 1 mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you
through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Set the tone, defense.
Raider 9.
Rush in. Kill.
Express.
Kill. Turn up.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to.
Express.
55 is my guy, 55. All day.
Shit. Easy. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
694. Hey, Echo.
Check. Switch.
Trickstone, travel.
Carr now on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Express. 93.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 82 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit?
There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 75 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. On first down, Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Right there, 54. Right?
64, weak.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Slam. 29.
Hey, exit.
To throw again, Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Hey, C6.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Hey, wahoo!
Play action. Now it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow there to make the grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Hey, we're good. 180. Wow, you're mine.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Carr to throw again. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he's into the clear. 30, 10, 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 72 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Cousins now. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins now from the 50. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Hey, receiver. Check 4. Hey, Ken. Hey, Charlie.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw is Cousins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Raider 2, General West. Express! Mike 40. Hey, come on, 637. Hey, Zoo.
Now a play fake. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Raiders get a score closer. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Check. Crunch. 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 Hey, Raider 2. Hey, orbit.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Back now in the East Bay, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Carlson now to kick this one away.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Play action now. Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Alpha.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Throwing. Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Running for it, here's Cook. And some room to roam now. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A first down throw for Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.